Alright, so I'm streaming to Twitch, I believe, right now, and I'm going to be testing to load up Google or World of Warcraft here in a minute. But I'm mainly doing this because I got to test the microphone, I got to test the image quality. So I am going to pop up command line. I want to see how well this shows up on the screen, if the text is readable. I can't type today apparently, I've been struggling with it. Things. My kids are in here playing, so I get to hear the sound. Calvin, sit down. Thank you. And I'm going to test to see if my microphone's set up so people can hear me all right. I had it down yesterday and never really got quite to the yellow, which was causing some people problems for hearing me when I was talking. So I've played around with the mic position a little bit. I'm going to have to get the boom arm and actually have it close to me, which is going to be in there but not in my peripheral view. So Gabby is now singing in the background. For those that do not know, I have two lovely kids. They are trying my patience today, but they are wonderful kids nonetheless. So that is done. Let me see here if I can bring up Word. Do a quick template. Launch on the other screen. I'll drag it over here in a second. Make none of my contract paperwork. Okay, so alright, so that's there. Maybe we can see that, maybe we can't. I'm not 100% sure. You have to set up a screen transition sometime. We'll find out here in a little bit. Anyways, I'm going to close this. No, I don't want to save it. I'm going to close this. And now I'm going to launch World of Warcraft. Last time, I think. Don't want my email address in there, so I'm going to mute the gaming monitor for just a minute. While that's loading, BattleNet. That's one thing I wish they would do. They know they got people that stream. I don't think they should show that BattleNet all the time, especially when you load it. That's just me, but you never know. I'm just some schmuck that likes to game and dink around. So anyways, we're gonna bring this back. Connecting. Bring the realm list. Da-da-da-da-yeah. Logging in. And now we're gonna test. I'm probably gonna just run through a quick world quest, possibly, or go to the ship to do my daily Azurite pieces. I try to get as much Azurite armor as or heart of AP as possible in this game. I need to check to see resolution and sound settings. Well, someday I'll get around to going and finishing all of my outstanding quests from BFA. I just haven't found the motivation to do so. And apparently the louder I talk, the louder my son talks. So I'm going to have to kick him out of my room if he doesn't start being quiet. Home office. But they like coming here because they're Xbox, PS4, and some other. Bonus. This one probably won't bonus, so I'll leave it to 100%. And I'm not really interested. I'm already maxed out, capped at reputation with these guys. Gold doesn't really bug me. I've got a couple accounts. This is just holding 5. I bought a really expensive mount last night, so I need to log into another account and transfer it over. But yeah, I'll do that later without the stream capturing all that stuff. And see what we've got. So these little blue guys over here today, these are worth 500 points of Azurite. I don't have any grilled catfish. We want, of course, leather barding. This one just wants okay. what I'm wanting to do is make sure people can see, like, the words and stuff. The clarity, is this coming through as clear after I upload to YouTube? Right now I'm streaming to Twitch, so that'll be all right. But usually what happens if I stream to YouTube, I have a really bad delay. And one of the things I want to do is I want to leverage a YouTube basically I want to use my Discord channel that I run with a whole bunch of security and stuff, and I put all sorts of weird things in there. But the cool thing is, while I'm launched doing a live dialogue, instead of just relying on the chat, which can be a bit difficult to work with because you gotta slow it down and you gotta read it, do all this other stuff, I'll be able to come into here, use the Discord chat options and talk through it. The problem I'm having with Twitch, it's about 3 to 5 second delay, which is manageable. But if I go to YouTube Live using OBS, I have been averaging around a 20 to 30 second delay. Now, I opened up a ticket with them, and they did get back to me, surprisingly pretty quick, because I do not have a Red Channel subscription, and I'm a relatively very, very new content creator. So I was kind of surprised, but they did get back to me. I made a few changes in the OBS settings. I did email OBS. I haven't heard back from them yet. I suspect I probably will within a day or two. I understand their community is pretty solid. The downside is a lot of the stuff on YouTube, when you try, and this is ironic, going to go see about the settings don't match up quite a bit. They don't go a lot in detail about troubleshooting this specific type of issue. They don't go into troubleshooting that. They just want to be gaming instead of leveraging OBS or another one I'm testing out called XSplit. OBS is free, which is why I like it. But XSplit, I'm going to move this out of the way so people don't get bored of looking at that. Is a free, but to do all the fancy bells and whistles that you get with OBS, you have to go and do essentially do an upgrade, and you can do monthly if you want, annually, or right now I think they're running 50% off, and you can get a lifetime for $199. Well, I told the guys, I says I wouldn't be opposed to doing $199. I put this in email to them. But I want to be able to demo it first. I don't want to drop $200 on a piece of software that I'm not able to go demo. Give me a trial. Give me a 15-day trial. Give me a 5-day trial. And let me see what is possible with it before I have to buy it. If you're going to charge me money, let me know what it is. I mean, it's got good ratings, but the only thing that I like about it, per se, better than OBS at this point, is the fact that it does all the connectivity. It runs everything through Wizard. You go say, I want to go stream to YouTube Live, and you put in your account information, and it does the configuration, it does a wizard, it does the calculations to see what your best optimal settings are. That being said, one thing I did find out is that for some reason, and I need to take care of this, I'm running wireless on this gaming box at the moment. I need to hardwire it again. I had an issue with somebody destroying a cat cable, so I need to go just take the time to do it. I just haven't really had a need to or desire to. Calvin, sit down. I can see your underwear. So, or go put some shorts on, dude. Come on, go put some shorts on. Because it's daytime. Go put some shorts on. Gabby, you too. Pants. Thank you. Oh, you've got a dress. No, you're all right. So we'll see. The other things I like about OBS right out of the gut, without having to pay for anything, is I can tune my microphone to be hands-free. I can tune gain sounds. I can try and all that stuff's built into it, so it's really free. I did do a donation to it, so I kind of feel like I want to stay with OBS just for ease of use and for cost. Doesn't necessarily mean I won't go to XSplit, but I found that using the game here is going to be pretty decent for testing, I think. Just given... Let's see, we want to go do article. So... that we can go ahead and play the game, see if I'm having a loss in latency or anything like that. It's a little choppy, I think, but I won't know until I get done with this little test run here. You see, I'm looking back and forth between the two, and I'm seeing just a little bit of choppiness. I really do think I need to get a hard wire back in here, which I'll probably do this afternoon. I'm going to have to do something because this is absolutely driving me friggin' bonkers. Yeah. I was thinking the kids will probably destroy it, but that's okay. We'll get it figured out. And after that, we'll go. I gotta. I'm a little frustrated. I mean, for what I'm going to be doing for the Breaking Forensics YouTube channel I'm running, it should be just fine because I'm not gaming in that channel, at least not yet. I might do game forensics, console forensics, and everything. But what I ultimately want to do is, as I'm doing my study labs, as I'm learning Python, I'm learning more advanced PowerShell techniques, as I'm learning how to, one of my weaknesses in advanced networks forensics is dealing with some of the obfuscated code that comes across in payload and PCAPs, and I'm trying to get better at decrypting that, whether it be base 64 or hex, whatever format you're working with. I want to work through that, and then hopefully engage the community as we do these to get involved and start participating and having multi-way conversations. So if I get stuck, I can say, hey guys, whoever's watching, you guys have any ideas, things like that. Or if somebody's trying to learn it, it's going to be there. I'm going to try and keep the videos anywhere simply and short as 15 minutes to do just quick little, here's a quick how-to, and then maybe go as in depth as an hour, maybe two, depending on who's on the channel and how far I want to go. But I think it's going to be a good medium for myself for my own personal studies and personal growths. That would be my son Calvin. Okay, that said, we were going to mount up and go, because I'm streaming, I don't want their underwear on the computer. That was my wife. Apparently she thinks we're gonna just put on pants, we're gonna go outside. We are not going outside right now. I know, that's what I was thinking you were saying. No, we're not going anywhere. Anyways, so I'm going to do this combat real quick, and then we will go from there. Wait and see. So, here's a little interesting thing for those that don't know. When I'm raiding, like last night, we get these things called, you gotta go stab somebody, you get a debuff. And if I'm not careful, when this, some reason my SCADA, when it loads up, puts it over the button, so sometimes it makes it hit. So I usually turn off SCADA. I don't like running with the parser on per se during the day, during the fights. I think a lot of players get so caught up in trying to be #1 on a parse for DPS or healing or whatever, they forget that mechanics are more important. And if you come in 3rd or 4th as DPS or 5th even, it doesn't really matter. What matters is doing the the mechanics right. If you get that right, then it makes life much easier. And I'll help this guy out. I don't need this boss, I've already done him, but I'll help him out nonetheless. Looks like he's just here solo, so might as well kill this guy real quick. Didn't drop anything anyways. That guy was kind of in the way, so, you know, I'm gonna get the rest of the heals. I need one more. That's done. Go to the next one. Do that. I don't like doing the quests where you have to go a whole bunch of stuff. I just want to be over and done real quick. So if that involves me going all over the map in the area, then I'm perfectly fine with that. To not run up the wall and kill myself, so bird call to get around, but this one's fairly close. Actually, no, it's not. Go ahead and do that. I need to clean up my bags from last night. I haven't done that yet. Apparently I picked up some more tidal cores, didn't know that, so I should have plenty of cores now to do whatever smithing. Problem is with BFA, and this is completely honest opinion, and my opinion, is that BFA, Blizzard, you have screwed the pooch and have neglected to put any type of consideration into anything other than alchemy for making any type of gold in the end game. The whole WoW economy is freaking for crap. The only reason I have so much is I was able to use the auction house for quite a bit, buy low, sell high, and after you break a couple million, you're able to do rather well because you can buy larger quantities, own the market, and then crap, you know, jack up the prices. And you don't have to jack up the prices a whole lot, otherwise they don't sell, but you know, it's a buy and sell kind of like Wall Street. A little more simple to buy in WoW, but that's the general idea. Let's see. No, I'm not. I think that's just. I mean, I probably could. A lot of this stuff. Just the one-off bosses. Remember when we got BFA came out, I'd run through here and be dead if I just chose to ignore everything, because they just follow me and then I'd be dead. Can't do that. Going. What am I killing? Who am I killing? Stop with the freaking chat, man. This. Alright, so that's 2 down. Where's next? So see, you can spend like 5-10 minutes doing this, and it's usually you get like most of it you'll get really quick, but then you have to wait. Sometimes other people can be there. So this one is no. Okay, that's one dude I'll slay, and then this is, since this is another quest, since this is an overlap. What is this one here? Gives me no that quest. We're gonna come over here and do this one, and then we'll fly over and do this one, and this will help me take out only 3. So good. I really need to just put back the random favorites mount button and let it do it, because it changes, and then leave the water walking one on there. Some of the raid dungeons, or not raid dungeons, mythic dungeons that we hit require us to do that, so you need the water walking to bypass some of the mobs that are there. And that's what we would prefer. Let's see, where's my flight point? Combat is not going to let me fly. Flight. See, it's much smoother on my screen than what you guys are streaming. So there's a little chop. So I don't know if I need to scale back a little bit more on my feed. I might. I'm going to have to play with that. And by that, what I mean is coming here into my settings. Let's go ahead doing that. My video, which okay, so I'm starting 720. My output, I can drop that down to maybe 2800, but since I'm streaming, I don't know that it'll let me. Maybe? Oh, it does? Okay. And the video advanced.
No, don't. But then we don't have
Where's
words.
that? Yeah, so it's going to Twitch. Record 800. Now I don't know if these. I've never done this during the middle of a stream while it's active, so I do not know if it'll catch. We will find out. Why did it land me here? Oh, okay. He's over here on the beach. I don't feel like wasting time mounting up since I know these things take 10, 15, 20 seconds. Hoping this is shell game. Ready. Those are the memory game. Usually let my kids do this, but I'm not in the mood right now. I'm just trying to do a test, so trying to do this relatively quick. See how bad my memory is or how good it is. Depends on my day. Seen a crab yet, have we? Ah, there's the crab. Ooh, I don't think I've seen her yet. Yep, okay, we got lucky. That was a random guess. Okay, so what that did, let me turn on. Those that want to play WoW or are new to it don't know how to do it. If you do Alt Z, that'll turn off your UI. Just make it so you can see certain things. So now I've got that back on. I want to go look back at my map. You can see that I have one Tortolian Seeker's quest, and I have 2 left. If you click on them, it'll take you through the areas that I have them. So there's a couple down here. I don't have to go to the PvP realm, but what I want to do is finish this stuff. Now, just to do another click. That drops here. I can shard. Does this drop any here that I can shard? It doesn't really matter because I'm. Oh, my gear's over 400 now, so both of these drops are crap. I just need something I can shard. Get a little material out of them. This is closer. Probably easier to get to. This gives me Azurite armor, but I have to do a little mini quest line. That gives me multiple kills. I'm going to have to do a bunch of other crap on, so I think we're just going to come over here. And again, I'm just going to do a quick mount on my Pally horse. And go fly. We're going to fly over here. Man, I haven't gone over that island in forever. Man, it's not a bird. I always forget Tortolin is the little water will-o-wisp thingies. You can't really see any motion. It does look rather choppy though, so I'm wondering if I need to go in the settings instead of 3000, maybe crack it up to 3500. So we are going to play around with that one again. And it's under advanced. 14, 500. We'll see what happens. That did it. That's much more fluent. So I'm thinking in the long run, I think 3500 is the magic number for 720p. I might eventually play with 1080p, probably will, once I get my hardwire fixed again, which I will be doing this afternoon. But again, I'm just trying to learn the stream settings, and the best way for me to do that is gaming maximum. It hits your system the hardest, I think. It's going to be running your graphics, your memory, all that other stuff. Now, WoW is not the best. It's not the newest engine. Personally, I think the guys at Blizzard need to do a hard reset on WoW, given its fan base, and say, hey, look, we're going to release a new game. You can keep doing WoW, but WoW's been around for 20 years. I'm having a tough time with content. You can continue the lore. Just bring out a new, like, WoW 2.0. Don't make me go play classic vanilla WoW or anything like that. But do something ingenuitive and innovative for the next gen kind of thing. Give us some new graphics. Give us a decent engine. You can carry all this stuff. You've got the money and the resources, but you guys just don't want to. You just want the easy, quick buck, and it's pissing off a lot of your player base. So you just keep that in mind. I'm going to use the water walking mount. There's a lot of water over here, so is the bug. I'm going to zoom out so you guys don't have to be looking at my bug butt.
Hey, I grabbed it.
I'm probably going to track a couple of mobs, maybe. I know, didn't grab that one. That's the ancient scroll. It's been a while since. Interesting glitch. I had some lag. We had a lag spike last night in the raid during Grog that everybody, my buddy Orem was like, "Oh no, am I DCing?" And no, he wasn't. But yeah, it was interesting. What is my health at? I guess I need to heal up a little bit, maybe. I shouldn't have dropped like that. So now I'm gonna have to bust out and do my fancy stuff. Defensives. Yeah, so there is a little bit of a lag spike here. That's really, really interesting. Okay. So now what you can see, if we look here, this is completed. And if it is from this area, it would put it on the map. However, it is not from this area. It is from the city. I believe. Wait, let's double check that. So, oh no, it is here. So now we're going to go back to Storm's Wake and go get our reward, which is 1500 as right, or AP for the neck, which is still a joke to me. They're going to cap it out at 50. I think my neck, my neck is at level 42. I'm a little bit behind. I had neck surgery. Just didn't get much playing in when the game came out, so my heart isn't capped yet. Honestly, I still think I think this whole idea with the little dizzy is a bit of a joke. They're relying too much on it, and they're not listening to the community. And I think they focus too much on trying to balance between PvE, player versus everyone, and players versus player, also known as PvP. It's easy enough when you go to PvP or you have a flag that goes up because your character does get flagged, or you can go to a PvP zone. They should just automatically cut you over to a different set of mathematics, skill sets, and all that other stuff. Really not that hard, but they just don't want to do it. I think that's Blizzard's way of being lazy. And I don't care if they see this more or me making that comment, because it's my opinion. They're going to get tons of feedback. They're not like they're going to listen to it anyways. Yeah, so I'm going to turn this in. I'm going to shut down here in a minute. I'm going to look at the video, do an upload of the video. The other thing you got to remember too, when you upload your video to YouTube, they have processing time. Just because the second it gets up there doesn't mean that it's done rendering or processing correctly. So you have to wait about an hour. Sometimes you can even take up to a day, but I'm not posting a very big video, at least I don't think. But we're going to find out. Otherwise, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna just have to spend a bit more time trying to figure out how to get my stuff back together. Now, I'm not one of those people that like to log out in the middle of nowhere. I like to go back to the main city or the hub, so if I need to log in, someone messages me or they need some help, or I come in and don't remember what I was doing, then I can come back and then I can go from there and just get around easier. Trying to decide if that's smooth or not. I think it's about the same. I'm not real sure. It'll be interesting to see if I can see this transition in the video when it comes time to, if I can see it when I'm playing it back, both here on local record, because I do save a local recording, and then as well as put it up online. I don't know. A lot of guys, they just like to stream and call it good. If you stream straight to the source, like Twitch will save it at that quality that it's being recorded at or played at, so it's not a problem. And if I was to use YouTube Live, then yes, but I lose the ability to control my microphone settings, which to me is the most important right now. Being able to talk, have the background game, kids screaming in the background noise, all that other stuff. So, I don't know. We'll have to see and go from there. Alright, so I'm going to log out. Let me see who's on anyways. I never even say hi. No one's in game that let's see. Really desperately need to say hi to. Who's that? I was on. Everyone's out of game. Go to the. Caskell's playing. About it. So, alright. If you've been watching, I appreciate it. I'm going to log out of the game. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stream. And then I will do some experimenting and some review. And then I'll be back later. Thanks, everybody.